Are you hanging out with jealous friends who don't actually have your best interest in mind and you don't even realize it because you don't know the signs to look for? Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 signs that your friend is actually secretly jealous of you and perhaps this relationship is not worth continuing. My name is Claire, and on this channel my goal is to help you find success, happiness, get yourself out of a rut, and level up your life. So today I wanted to go over a very important topic, which is friends, because the people that we spend time with are going to influence us. They're going to either bring down our energy or pull us up into a higher energy, and they can really impact our lives and the way that we feel about ourselves and the things that we do. So we really want to be careful who we associate with and who we let into our inner circle. And a lot of times people get stuck with jealous friends and we don't even realize it because we are just so accustomed to certain behaviors and we just think that this is normal interaction between people, when in reality you deserve a friend who is going to support you and be there for you and be good for you and make your life happier and better. While you're here, go ahead and subscribe for more videos, and feel free to like this video as well. I definitely appreciate your support, and check the links below if you'd like to see my Patreon and merchandise that I have on Amazon and my Etsy store. So what kind of signs are we looking for to determine if your friend is jealous of you? The number 1 sign is verbally cutting you down. So for example, if your friend is always making little jabs at you or saying things that actually make you feel bad and they bring your energy and your confidence down, that is cutting behavior of a jealous person to bring you to their level and to make sure that you do not exceed the dynamic that they want to have with you. So a lot of times friends will say things to cut you down. For example, if you have a new boyfriend and your friend says, "Oh, he's kind of funny. He kind of looks funny, but I mean, whatever you're into." And then suddenly you feel really bad, or you feel like, "Oh, maybe my boyfriend isn't that great," or whatever. Even when your friend has no room to talk because they are literally just judging based on superficial characters. Or another example would be if you, let's say you're like, "Oh, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel and I'm really excited about it. I have all these ideas." And if your friend is like, "Oh my god, a YouTube channel? Like, oh, that is such a silly idea. That's like a waste of time." And then she just suddenly crushes your entire motivation and your entire excitement around doing something that you love. So verbally cutting you or even insulting you if you get your hair done and then your friend is like, "Oh, did you do something to your hair? It looks a little washed out." And then you're like, "Oh my gosh," now you're gonna be thinking that your hair is washed out, even though you were super excited about it, and even though other people were complimenting you, your friend is literally just cutting you down. So that is a number 1 sign that your friend is jealous, is the verbal cutting. The verbal cutting and the insults. Because she is uncomfortable with your growth or with your progress or just with the dynamic in general, and she is doing what she can to hurt you and bring you down to her level. Number 2 is silence or lack of support. So for example, if you go to your friend and you just got a promotion at work and you're super excited and you want to share this news, and you go to her and you're like, "Oh my gosh, guess what? I just got a promotion at work. I'm so happy. Like, I've been wanting this promotion for such a long time." And then she just sits there and doesn't say anything, or she's like, "Oh, that's cool. So what else is new?" And then the conversation just slides right over the promotion. And you're thinking to yourself like, "Wait, maybe am I not supposed to be excited about my promotion? Like, maybe I didn't really do that great, or maybe it's not that big of a deal." And then you're left kind of like sunken down and deflated when you started out like super excited and happy, and now she just killed your whole mood and she didn't even celebrate your success. So that is a definite sign that your friend is jealous, when they don't give you that support and when they're just quiet, or they just kind of stream over something that they should be actually excited for you about. Or for example, if you're telling her like, "Oh my gosh," or another thing is, let's say on social media, if she is your friend on social media and you're doing some really amazing things and you're posting travel pictures, or maybe you got a new car or whatever it is that you're excited about and you're sharing that, and then when you see her in person, she doesn't speak about it at all. She doesn't bring it up. She doesn't acknowledge it. all that she wants to talk about is something that is going wrong in your life or something super small and basic, to where she doesn't have to deal with the fact that she's jealous and that you are accomplishing things that she's uncomfortable with. So that's another way that you can tell your friend is jealous and they just don't even want to recognize the good things that are happening in your life, because she doesn't want to see you succeeding more than her, and that is not a healthy friend. The third way that you can tell your friend is jealous of you is the tactic of undermining you. So if your friend is telling you to do things that are actually bad for you, and she's trying to convince you, maybe in a roundabout way, to do things that are actually going to end up hurting you in the long run, then your friend is undermining you, and she's trying to establish a dynamic of lowering you, causing you difficulty in your life, causing pain, and making life more turbulent with her suggestions and with her advice, because she wants to be above you and she wants to make sure that you don't succeed in the way that you deserve to. So for example, if you don't drink alcohol or you don't usually get drunk and your friend is saying, hey, let's go to this party and you know what, you should get totally wasted, it'll be so fun, and you're like, I don't drink. And she's like, why? I mean, come on, at least try it once. Like, you need to live a little. Like, have you never blacked out? And meanwhile, you're thinking to yourself like, oh my gosh, okay, maybe I'm not cool if I don't drink. And maybe she's right. I need to live a little and I need to go have some fun and loosen up. Meanwhile, in her mind, she's thinking that she's getting you to ruin your standards and your boundaries and cause more turbulence and difficulty in your life. And a definite way that you can tell your friend wants to undermine you is if she is giving you suggestions to do things that she herself would not do. For example, if she's gonna be at this party and she's not planning on drinking, and if she's not gonna get wasted, then why is she telling you that you should do that? And even if she is the type who is going to do those things, and maybe it is something that she wants to bring you to her level and she is participating in these things, either way, she should respect your boundaries and she should respect things that you do and don't want to do. So that goes without saying. Undermining is not okay, whether or not she does it herself. That is no excuse to get you to do something that you are uncomfortable with. And the fourth way that you can tell your friend is jealous of you is if she is isolating you from your friend group. And this could be done with rumors, this could be done with gossip, and basically what your friend is doing is she feels threatened by you, so she is talking to others negatively about you to make them not like you, not want to spend time with you, and make you feel rejected. Because when you feel rejected, you are going to lose confidence in yourself, you're going to be less likely to pursue things because you have lower self-esteem, etc. And that is going to keep her in a more secure position within your relationship. So if you notice that you've been doing a lot of great things, or you've been working on yourself and you're motivated and you're excited, and then you come into your friend group and suddenly your other friends are acting a little off and maybe they're kind of cold or they're not happy to see you in the way that you used to, you can start to question, why is that? Because if your main friend is feeding your mutual friends all this gossip and all these rumors, then she is not your friend. And if they are actually going to believe that, then they're not your friend either. But I mean, that's a separate topic. Because in evolutionary times, if a human was in a group and suddenly the group cut them out and isolated them and they were on their own, they would be less likely to survive in the wild without their group. So think about it like that, is that if your friend is starting rumors or making your friends not like you, then you can think about it in terms of her, in an evolutionary way, wanting to cut you out and make you so that you won't be able to survive. Obviously, that isn't the case nowadays in society, because we can either just do our own thing, or we can find new friends, or we can navigate away from toxic situations. But that is something to definitely think about. Anybody who's talking crap behind your back is not really your friend. And what I suggest in these situations is, depending on how bad it is and depending on how bad you feel, you can either, one, bring it up to your friend and tell her how you feel. Maybe say like, hey, I noticed that when I talk about these things, sometimes I feel like you're not supporting me, or sometimes I feel like you aren't really that excited for me when I accomplish things. And I want to bring this up. You can see what she says. So if she replies and she's like, oh my gosh, I am not doing that, like, you're overreacting, blah, blah, blah. And if she's on the defensive and she doesn't come around and she doesn't apologize, then it's time to move on, because you know what? You don't deserve to be treated like that. You deserve a friend who actually supports you and actually cares about your well-being and who's not comparing their lives to yours. So speak your standards, speak your needs, speak your feelings, and if they are not going to step up and be a good friend, then get rid of them. You're better off without them. As I said before, it's better to know ahead of time and get rid of the toxic people in your lives than to struggle in these situations and then realize later down the road that they're not your friend anyway. So that's my advice for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and comment below if you have any other thoughts on this topic or any other suggestions for a video, and I will see you in my next one. All right, guys, thanks so much.